Cool. Awesome. So, welcome to day 4 of week 5. And so far so good. There's been a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge that you could watch all over and over again. And my desire is that watching this will make a very great foundation for your learning progress as a new beginner. I've taken the time to understand what is missing from most of the courses that I myself took when I was starting out. And recently, I also opted on another course for some strategies I saw, I've been seeing some traders use. And when I was going through it, I'm like, if a new beginner should see this, they are going to be so lost because most of the foundations weren't there. So this is why this beginner, I would highly recommend it for anyone or to anyone that is trying to understand forex trading as a whole and starting out, so that all of the jargons that you might encounter by going to YouTube or just going to Instagram and jumping on different materials, you're going to have a foundation that helps you filter out the noise and focus on what is important. Which brings us to today's topic. Today's topic is something that most traders, even till now, most traders that didn't have the fundamental knowledge of it, find it very difficult to do. And that's journaling trades and tracking progress. Now, even apart from trading in life, it is good for a man to journal, to write things down, to be able to track the patterns of how they react to things, how they handle things. Because when you do that, you are able to replicate what is working and discard what is not working, right? Because there are a lot of lessons about life. Oh, do this, network with people, stay by yourself, read a book, attend seminars and all that. But if you don't keep a track on, let's say you attend a seminar, you didn't write anything down, you met someone, you didn't analyze, oh, these are the things I should know when I meet someone. You just keep moving without proper analysis. You won't know what is working. You're just moving without direction. So let's relate that to forex as a whole. This week we have been talking about uh setting up a trading plan, right? So let's dive into it. Because if you really want to grow as a trader, you must become a student of your own journey. Today's lesson is simple but powerful, because journaling your trades and tracking your progress is the secret weapon that separates amateur traders from professional traders. That might be arguable, but ever since I also started tracking how I trade, my risk analysis went off the roof. I'm able to understand myself. I will tell you a lot of sad scenario where it was through journaling that I understand that anytime I have a good win in the market, I'm supposed to close my chart and go. That is for me, right? Because every time I don't, I end up losing all that money back into the market. If I didn't journal, I won't be able to know that about myself, right? So trading without journaling is like driving at night with no headlight. You might move forward, but you won't know where you are going or where you are crashing. All right, so let's move into it. This is going to be a practical lesson, so you might want to like write a note or do practice what you learned from here immediately if you had already been trading demo as I have advised us to do. So why journaling matters? I think I need my demonstration too at this point. Why journaling matters? Helps you spot patterns in your behavior and results. Very important. Very important. It also makes it easier to identify mistakes and areas to improve. Thirdly, it builds self awareness. Are you following your strategy or gambling? Remember in the last episode, I talked about the things that you are supposed to do. Oh, I'm going to be taking a trade at a zone. I'm going to be doing this when I see this. In your journaling, you should be able to know, oh, okay, I'm actually following this, and then you are aware of yourself. It provides emotional control by separating feelings from fact, turns trading into a measurable data-driven process, because this trading thing, data wins all the time, right? So what you don't track, you can't improve. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to be moving quickly to it because this is more of a practical thing. You can go through the notes that will be attached to the description of this video to read it all over. So what to include in your trading journal? A good journal captures what matters, not just numbers. Here's what you should track for each trade. Number one is the date and time. Now, some trading platform or some broker will give you uh, all this data at the end of a trading day. They might send it to your email or they have it available for you to download from their portal. But the mental exercise of you having your own is does more good for you, especially if you're just starting out as a trader, right? So please take note of that. Date and time, currency pair and instrument, entry price and time. Because there's what I'm also understanding in my own trading journey is that this time and price thing is really good to reduce stress for you because sometimes you enter a trade. Let's say I enter a trade now and it goes my way. The high probability that there were volume in the market when that happened, and it happened quicker than normal, like let's say 15 minutes, my 100 pips is complete and I'm good. If I track that down, 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, it might be because of the trading, the time zone that I'm trading, right? The trading session that I'm in. That was why that happened. If I track that very well, I'll just position myself to be in the market at that particular period, right? Then exit price and time, position size, which is your lot size, risk to reward ratio, how much am I looking to make in this trade? You might now the purpose of a journal is not to confine you. The purpose of the journal is to track how you behaved in a trade. Sometimes you are in a trade and you closed prematurely. You also want to write that down, right? The next option here is reason for entry. Is it the setup or is it the signal and the confirmation? This is what I saw. I saw that the market was at a support area. I saw that we are on an uptrend. I saw that it's a good time to enter. There was no news coming out, and that was why I entered. And this was my confirmation. I used the Fibonacci or whatever I used to get my confirmation. Also, emotion before, during, and after trade. Were you calm? Were you being agitated? Were you feeling like, oh man, I need this money so that I can pay my rent? All of those things, you need to put them together. Then the outcome, was it a win? Was it a loss? Or was it break even? Break even is, oh, I didn't lose money, I didn't make money. One, it could be that, or I didn't make as much as I wanted to because I moved my stop loss above my entry to secure my profit. It could be any of that, right? Uh, what you learned during this trade, this is how I felt. It's not every time you might have something to write in all of these categories, but as a new beginner, when you track these behaviors, it helps you grow confidence more than ever before. Example of a journal entry, like let's say I'm trading GBP USD and on the 24th of April 2025, my entry is this, right? After bullish engulfing on 4 hours, that's where I saw the entry. My exit is in, I think in week 3, we spoke about your a resistance zone should be your exit or entry. A support zone could also be your exit or entry. So you write that down. I'm risking 1%, which is equivalent to $100. Thank God for MetaTrader 5. I can see how much dollars my position will be. I'm risking $100 to try to make $3. That is a 1 to 3%, right? Now, how did I feel? Was I calm? Was I excited during the trading? Was I grateful afterwards? My own trader for the first 3 weeks, I wasn't grateful after. And some of the trades were in profit, but I felt like, man, I could have waited. I could have gotten more. That helped me to track my grade metrics, right? Then the outcome, was it a 3R win? Was it a loss? You write it there. Lesson: patient to wait for candle close improved my result. Actually, this one is a practical one. I learned the hard way that candle closes are very important for my decision making. All right, so how to review your journal. At the end of every week, look for your biggest mistake, find your most consistent winning setups, notice if emotions like fear, greed, or impatience affected you, and then adjust your strategy if needed based on real data. And at the end of the month, because we have a monthly candle, and when the monthly candle closes, it's a very big decision. So whatever we have done in the past month, We need to evaluate ourselves. There is need for constant evaluation so that we improve in whatever we are trying to do. So at the end of every month, measure your growth in percentage, not just wins, right? Ask, am I getting more consistent? Be truthful to yourself. Your journaling is a private material. It's not for social media, like, oh, okay, so that people will see that nobody cares about that. It is so that you become better at it, right? Identify 1 to 2 major areas for improvement in the next month. All right. So making journaling a habit. Journal immediately after the trade or at the end of your trading day. For me, because of time, I do it at the end of the day before going to bed because usually I'm a day trader. But if there are positions where I did not close my position throughout the day, I just leave the gap open. Of course, the time of entry will still be there. So I don't need to like force close if I don't feel like closing it. I leave it and let it run. And I use a Google Sheet. I could share you after you watch this lesson. If you send me a mail, I will share you a template that you can use that already have some of the things that I put in there. So you keep it simple. You use a Google Sheet, or if you know how to use Notion or a physical notebook, it could be a book in your hand where you write it manually. In fact, I will encourage you that you write it manually. All right. Sorry about the noise in the background if you are hearing that. I have some guests in the house. So be honest, you are not impressing anyone. This is for you, bro. Your journaling is for you. You are not trying to impress anyone. All right. So the key takeaway from this would be trading without journaling is trading blind. Your journal shows you what's working and what's not faster than any course. Journaling builds self mastery over time. Progress is measured in data, not feelings. Small inches swing big doors, small notes build big traders. Please note that very well. So, what I want you to do is to create a trading journal in a Google Sheet using these metrics that we have here, this, and record your next 10 trades on your demo, of course, if you are still on your demo, and review your journal at the end of the week. All right. So get ready because next we close our week 5 strong with a full trading plan workshop. All right. And when we are done with that, we'll move into the very last week of our trading. So that will be all for now, guys. I hope you are making progress. Please, if you have to rewatch this over and over again, do that. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and you are not in competition with anyone. It is you versus you. Until next time, I'll see you guys. Cheers.